Hey fam.
I'm Ella.
And I'm Rylie.
And this is Night Watch.
Welcome to our first podcast. We have Ella's little sister Ren with us today. Special guest.
Special guest. Hashtag babysitting.
We also have another special guest we're going to be calling in.
Like now.
Like supposed to be calling right now. But
we're running a little late.
We had to do the intro for you guys. We are calling Owen Shield from TGLC, aka Germ. We are super excited to talk to him about the NCA scandal.
All the drama. He said he would be down to do it since he was there. He witnessed the whole thing. And he was in the arena when it happened, I think.
Yeah.
We'll dive more into it.
We'll hear from him. All right.
Uh-huh.
Let's call him. I'm going to put this mic right next to the iPad so you guys can hear him.
Here, we can scoot.
Hey, y'all.
Hi.
How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Great.
I'm okay.
Good. That's good. That's good.
Alrighty. Let's do this thing.
I'm ready.
I'm going to turn you this way just so we can...
We don't really have a great setup, if you couldn't tell. We're doing what we can.
Oh, good.
Alrighty. I love the water bottle, by the way.
Very preppy,
So
very
here for
pink.
that.
Thank you. I had a Yeti, but it got stolen. It was covered in stickers.
Oh, me.
Alrighty. Let's get into it.
Okay.
Okay.
Where's my phone?
Where is your phone, Ryan?
Okay. So...
is this still recording? Yes, it is. Okay.
So, the first question is, what is your name? Start with that.
My name is Owen Shied, aka Jeremy Flips. I'm on Top Gun Large Coed, and that's about it.
All right.
How long have you been doing cheer, like, in general?
I've been doing cheer for 10 years now.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, go you.
Is this your first season at TGLC?
It is. I'm from Canada originally, so I moved down here at the start of this season, and it's been great.
Do you like TGLC as a team?
I love it. Our chemistry and the skills that we're throwing are insane. The people are some of the nicest people I've ever met. I love it.
That's good. It's always nice when you have, like, a good team dynamic, because sometimes there can definitely be some team drama. I know I've been through it. I'm sure we all have.
That's something that I've been doing. Like, I love but also for the family aspects, and I feel like TJ.
Oh, that's always good.
Oh my goodness. All right. How many times have you been to NCA?
I was at NCA last year and this year.
That was nice. My team actually went last year, and we got second by .06. And, you know. Do you need to go to your mom?
Come on, Ren.
Go get mom.
Come on.
She's going to her mom. She's not having it. I told my mom, I was like, we're gonna be filming. And she goes, okay, well, I'm taking a nap. I was like, alright. Okay, mom.
What team are y'all on?
She used to do all-star cheer, but she quit to do high school cheer, and that didn't work out. So she's just
talking
around.
about me?
Yeah, I am talking about you. But I do elevation athletics, and I'm on Everest.
Sweet. Where's that? Like, what?
We
Idaho.
are in Boise, Idaho.
Like right near where I grew up.
Really?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
We touch Canada.
True.
Like Alberta, which is like right above Montana. So.
Hey,
Oh.
we were close.
Oh. So, have you asked any more questions?
No. Okay.
Just been yapping.
Just yapping it up.
All right. So, I guess we could just jump into NCA, you know,
Just
so your point of
Go for
view.
it.
yeah. So I went to bed. I woke up. I was gonna go to the Legends booth, like the Infinity booth, to go see if I made Legends or not. So I wake up, I think it's a regular day. I head down, I go on my walk, I come back. The minute I get into the hotel room, I check the TGLC band, and they're saying, stay in your room, there's something happening in the main floor of the Omni. So I was like, oh, like that's like strange. Yeah. And then I hear in the loudspeakers in the hotel that it's like, warning, evacuate the hotel. And I'm like, damn, like this just got real. So I grab my phone, I grab my key to my room, and I'm running down the stairwell for to go evacuate the hotel. After I was sitting at the window of my hotel room and I look outside, and I was contemplating. I was like, are we competing today if this is happening? Like, are we doing this?
Yeah. That's a valid question.
I was sitting at the window and I look over and I just see hordes of people running out of the convention center, and I was like, damn. Like this is like I feel like I'm in a joke. I look and I see like the swarms of people running in front of cars, running across the field, running out of the hotel, everything. I run out the hotel. I'm right at like the ground level outside the hotel. I see everybody sprinting, hiding behind cars, doing whatever. I ended up like going and meeting my team at McDonald's, and we were sitting there. Everybody just like groups of cheerleaders like huddling around, like some of them like running, screaming, crying. It was crazy. And I was confused. Like growing up in Canada, you don't really see any of this, so this is all like new to me. I never grew up around like guns or stuff like that, so yeah, to have like even a speculation of a shooting was new to me. So I was a bit scared, but at the end of the day, I knew the people around me I was safe with. So it was definitely nerve-wracking, but I don't think it was what they say it was. I think it was a misunderstanding, but then again, I wasn't there, so I can't speak on what actually happened. But.
So, like, what is your opinion on what might have happened?
I think it could have been polls, but the hotel and then the convention center is a bit misleading on that. But again, I wasn't there, so I can't really speak on that. But a few of my team members were on the second floor of the Omni when the hotel situation went down, and they were saying that there was just people running everywhere. They heard loud, like gunshot-like noises, and I was like, I don't think that happens from just polls. So
yeah, gunshots can be really distinct.
Yeah, but I think that it wasn't as big we're saying it was, but it could have been, again, a life-threatening event that people should have been scared for. So
yeah, my coach, after that we had a comp the next weekend, he went to Aloha.
Yeah.
And my coach like had a sit down talk with everyone and was like, varsity is definitely upping security for sure. And she was like, they confirmed that it wasn't, but even if it was, like, they didn't have a plan for it. And that like kind of stuck with me. Like, what would you really do if like people were shooting at competition?
It was definitely like scary day 2 as well, but we can get into that later. But I don't know what I would do. I think I would just find the people who I love and I care for, grab them and try and get out of the situation as quick as possible. I'm not the hero in this situation. I'm not going to save everyone. I'm just going to try and get everybody around me out of the situation safe and sound, make sure everybody's okay, and then deal with it from there. But day 2 was a little bit scary, going in to compete in the arena in one of the largest divisions in cheerleading with a packed stadium. That was scary. We went on the stage and we were like, what if? Like, what if there was a shooting? What if we're on stage and we have to clear because someone's shooting? I think that was the scariest part of the whole weekend, was
back it was real.
Getting ready to go on the mat with TGLC and have there be even a thought of somebody in the crowd having a gun. That was scary, but
I can see why that would be terrifying, just walking out on the map with the chance of it.
Yeah.
Was it hard watching, like, I know a lot of people's opinions is like that it's ruined a lot of younger kids' careers in cheerleading.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I definitely agree with that because it for some people it could have been their first large competition. It could have been their first NCA. It could have been their end of the season hurrah, their big competition. And I feel like not only was that experience ruined, but now they can't go into a comp without that thought in their head. Especially the people who were present when the situation went down, the people who were missing their children. I feel like cheerleading's never going to be the same for those people, which is a bit sad because I've grown to love the sport so much and care for the sport so much. So to see people going through these events that could lead them to not enjoy the sport anymore is kind of heartbreaking. But
do you see cheer losing popularity? Not necessarily losing popularity, but definitely losing members, gyms losing members after that?
We've kind of been in our own Top Gun bubble recently, away from social media, doing our own thing, trying to get ready for Worlds. But from what I've heard from other people from other gyms, there's definitely an overall sense of people being scared. But I don't think there's a huge loss in members or athletes in the sport now.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's
always.
definitely good.
Yeah.
Because I feel like cheer has definitely, specifically all-star cheer has been growing and people are starting to see it more over the years. And for that to happen now, of all times, when it's starting to get bigger, is really nerve-wracking.
Yeah. I know that situations like this have happened prior, earlier on at other competitions, but I never thought that I would be, present when it happens, so.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you never think it would be you.
Yeah.
You hear it happen all the time, and you're like, oh, that's really traumatizing, but
then it's a totally different story when you're actually there and you see everything go down, so.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Speaking of Worlds, are you excited?
I'm super excited. The team's looking really mean. Our practices are getting a little bit harder, but, I mean, that's the way life goes.
Yes. I think worst part about Summit and Worlds is heat training, and you cannot convince me otherwise.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys have to do it, because...
We have, zero AC.
Oh my god.
Summer, it's humid and 100 degrees inside. During our summer training, we had what we call work week, which is a week straight of practices. And the gym got up to 110 degrees when we were in it, which was insane.
No.
Oh no.
So we're already prepped for that in a way, but it's also different when we go into an AC building and it's freezing cold and we have to do the same routine. So
Exactly, yeah.
For us, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
In Boise, they try to prepare us. They start at 70, and every time someone complains, they'll crank it up at 1, and every 30 minutes they'll crank it up 2. Yeah, last year I think we got up to 83.
can't imagine a heater.
Yeah, but that doesn't even help train us for it, because in Boise there is zero humidity, especially in May. It only gets a little humid in August.
We have a little bit of an advantage because we're even more humid than Orlando. So when we go to Orlando, the
Orlando's like a break for you.
Yeah, exactly. I used to go down and I'd be like, oh my god, I can barely breathe, it's so humid. And now I go there and I'm like, oh cool. But yeah, we're definitely ready. NCA lit a little bit of a spark under us for training, trying to get better. That hit us a bit hard, but we're ready. I feel like we could go on tomorrow and smack 2 big zeros and walk away. So
yes, we love it.
Period.
Very.
So how did day 2 go? Was there anyone that didn't show up to compete?
I know gym time out with Fever and all of their little teams, and there was speculation of Stingrays pulling up, but they didn't. But I remember we were going into it and we were we have one shot, one routine for NCA. There's no day 2, it's 100% today. And that was a bit scary backstage where there's no making up for it if you mess up. You have to go out and do your job. So
you didn't even compete day 1?
No, we were on at 7, so we weren't even at the convention center. Like we weren't even getting ready at the hotel yet when the whole situation went down. So,
oh geez,
yeah, it kind of sucks that it was also the last year with the arena as well. So it was the last 2 performances in the arena, and we only got one of those. But I'm happier that people are safe over myself getting a performance in the arena. So
yeah,
that's a good view on it. Yeah. Is this your first year competing at Worlds, or did you on your past team?
So I've been to Worlds 5 times. When I was 13 years old, I was on an international open large coed 6 team.
That is so impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sitting here with my 4.2 at 16.
I've been on global large coed 6. I've been on international open large coed 6. I've been on large coed 7. I've been on Junior Team Canada, Premier Team Canada. So I've done Summit once, like Worlds for All-Star Cheer 4 times, and then Summit my first year tripping. So I've done it all.
First year Summit.
Yeah, my little youth 1 team.
That is insane.
I think my biggest flex is going to. Last year we went to Summit, and that was our first year being Elevation Athletics.
Yeah,
like that gym opened last year. I mean, like I think all the Summit eligible teams went, and our Worlds team went.
First year in a gym is crazy.
Yeah,
we did really good. This year, there's been a lot of like hard stuff with the team, so we haven't been doing as good, but that's okay. Like, literally, if we just hit both days, it's one of those things where you got a high raw score, and if you just hit, you would literally sweep the competition.
Yeah, that's the same as us. We have insane skills. We just have to hit them, and once we hit them, high score going into the judges panel. So,
do you think having so much fans like cheering you on is like really encouraging, or is it almost distracting?
I love the feeling of going into comps and having people like, oh my god, can I take a photo? Like TGLC, oh my god. But I also think that our fans respect that at the end of the day we do have a job to do. So when we're as a team going to warm up, they tend to just like give us our space, give us our time, and it's definitely scary going onto the mat and having a full arena, people packed everywhere. Like I love that feeling, but it's also scary at the same time because it's like, what if I mess up in front of this many people instead of like just my mom and dad? So it's motivating, but also scary at the same time. So
yeah, I get that because like you literally have thousands of people expecting you to hit 0.
Yeah, and if you don't, then it's also on YouTube for the rest of your life, and people just rewatch.
Very fair.
It's gonna be on TikTok within an hour.
Yeah, your Twitter's hit up.
Oh, that's funny.
Are you expecting to go again another year at TGLC after this?
I'm a super senior, so I'm 19. So this is my last year being age eligible for the team. I'm considering doing 00 next year. Staying another year.
Oh my gosh, please do 00. 00 is my favorite team ever.
I was thinking about that, but my plans for next year are still up in the air. I may move back to Canada. I may stay here. I haven't 100% decided yet, but I would love to do 00.
That would be sick.
Yeah, doing cheat 00 has been my dream team since I was like 12. So.
Very valid dream.
Yeah.
When did you move down to Miami?
I moved here in July. It was like an impulsive thing. I at Worlds last year, I was with Team Canada in the training camp, and I was like, I saw that TGLC posted on Instagram that they're looking for next year's team, and I was like, oh. So I made a little video. I sent it in. I got a text from Victor, our head coach, and he's like, we'd like to do like a Zoom tryout. And I was like, okay.
Getting somewhere.
I did the Zoom tryout, and I was like, I'm just some Canadian Tumblr. Like, I'm not. And then I saw the list, and I was like, that's me. Like, that's my name. And I, like, had no plan to move to Miami. I had no, like, this is where I'm going to live. This is what I'm going to do for work. This is what I'm going to do for this. So it was like from the day I found out I made the team, I was in my car driving down here within a week and a half. So
Wow. That is a huge move.
Yeah.
Things you weren't even expecting anything. You're like, I'm just going to do this and see what happens.
I was going to do another year in Canada, do Team Canada, whatever. But as soon as they were like, you made the team, I was like, I'm not letting this opportunity leave. And I jumped on that. So.
Yeah. I would too, in a heartbeat. I mean.
Yeah. I had to quit my job. I had to tell everybody I was leaving, and they were like, "What? You're going to Miami? You mean?" So.
I mean, that's kind of what I did with the podcast. I saw a TikTok, and it was like, POV, you and your best friend just moved away and started a podcast together. And I was like, Rylie, we're starting a podcast.
I love that. I live my life off impulsive decisions. So.
Oh, us too.
Real.
Yeah. I don't really plan anything. I just live.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it's super. I did cheer for 8 years and then switched to high school, and it ruined me.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't do cheerleading anymore. This is my first year off, and it's such a weird feeling.
The whole concept of like school cheer is all new to me as well. Like when I moved down for last year I was on a high school team. I was like, what? What do you mean? you cheer in school? In Canada, there's like no high school cheer. There's like not really any collegiate cheer. There's a little bit, but not at the level that America has. So.
Yeah, there's so many.
There's some good high school teams here.
Yeah, same with college. I don't know if you guys had college.
That like Oak team from Live Oak. Those guys are like insane.
Oh yeah, I've seen them before.
Yeah.
I did high school cheer last year, and the coach is the head coach at a rival gym, so she refused to put me on varsity, even though I'm like about to get my standing tuck.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so she like refused to, and all the other coaches were like trying to fight her on it, and she was like, nope. And now the new head coach will like randomly text me and be like, we need you. I'm like, nah.
That's okay.
I'm at a different gym.
I don't know if you've ever heard of Fierce. They have a lot of gyms.
Well, they have two. They have one in California, and they just opened one in Nampa.
Is Fierce 5 from there?
Is what?
Fierce 5, like the...
No, I don't think so.
Have you heard of Stealth?
I have not.
Oh, well, they're pretty good.
I'm not really good at following cheerleading. I just like do it. I don't really
just there.
That's valid.
But,
well, they're
like I didn't
like the Idaho team, but
I didn't really know how big cheerleading was until, or even like how big TGLC was until I got on the team, and I was like, oh, like
this is a big
people
deal.
know so.
Yeah, like everyone knows who you are now and asking for pictures because of the uniform you're wearing.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'll go to a comp and I'll be in like regular clothes and I'll be able to walk around and like take my the uniforms on. I'm running.
Oh my goodness. They're like sprinting down because there's little kids chasing you.
As soon as we stopped, like at Cheersport, we were stopped for 45 minutes in the same spot, just with a lineup.
Oh my gosh.
I love it though. Like it's cool to have that many people behind you. So
yeah, it's a really good support system.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll be tired, bro.
Do you have any questions for us or anything?
Have you guys interviewed anybody else about NCA?
No, we tried, but no one got back to us except for you.
I mean, it's a really traumatical, event for a lot of people, and that's why we kind of been like tiptoeing around and trying to
be like really
open-minded,
too, about the subject.
I agree. There's a lot of people like at the scene when it happened. Like I could imagine being like downstairs when it happened.
Yeah.
Or like in the arena and just like hearing it and having to run.
Or like being on stage, like,
Yeah, I was just
mid
about to say
competing,
that.
and
Yeah.
they just stopped the music.
And the team that was on stage was like a youth team.
Oh, I
too.
know, I saw that.
That broke my heart. Like,
A lot of those girls will probably not do cheer.
Yeah.
I can see
Which
that.
yeah, that's really upsetting too, to see like how one event can change the rest of your life.
But I'm also happy that like brands are coming out with things to try and make people feel safer about it. Like Rebel
Yeah.
just dropped the AirTag pocket for your uniform, so if your kid is in a situation like that and gets lost, you know where they gives you like that sense of
I didn't even know Rebel dropped that, but that's sick.
yeah. So brands are coming out with things to make you like feel a little bit more safe, and I hope that from now on comps will up the security, will take a little bit more precaution around stuff like that, because like you said, it can end people's cheer career, which sucks. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, my coach like suggested an app. I forgot what it was, but it's like a military app, and it just like tells you about the area, and it's basically a tracker, but it's really precise, and they use it in the military. And she suggested it because her husband is in the army, I think.
Yeah, I feel like there should at least be like a carrying rule. Like I know Texas is an open carry state, and I feel like if you're going to a cheer comp, why would you?
Yeah, why would you bring that to like a place full of children?
Yeah, like just leave it in the car.
I think that's the most disgusting thing is that cheerleading's not just adults, they're not just teenagers, there's little kids on that stage.
Yeah, like
there's
my
like
sister is 5 years old and she just cheered. Like she started when she was 3.
Yeah,
It's just sad at the end of the day.
I'm happy though, because Worlds, one of the biggest comp in the world is in Disney, and Disney takes a lot of precaution. They have like
Disney is like
medals.
secured.
It's a fortress over there.
It seriously is.
I feel like I can go into World stress-free, go into Summit or whatever stress-free, because there's no way somebody's getting one of those through there. So
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, no one's getting a vape through that, let alone a gun. Be so for real.
Alright. Anything else? Any other questions?
That's about it. I feel like I explained my point of view a lot.
Yeah, you did really good.
Yeah, we really appreciate that.
You guys have any more questions?
I think we're
I think
good.
we're solid. We got like a pretty good story, especially for those who weren't there.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Really appreciate you. Thank you so much for answering, getting to us.
No problem.
Means
I feel
a
like
lot.
if there's a situation that has to be talked about, I'm there to talk about it, especially since I was present when it went down. So
Yeah. We agree. Thank you so
Sweet.
much.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate you.
No problem.
Alright, bye-bye.
Bye.
That was awesome. I'm not even gonna lie.
Guys, I think I can feel my stomach. Like, what did I just say? I think I can feel my heart in my stomach.
Okay.
I think I just had a stroke.
It's super fun hearing different point of views like that.
Especially like from someone who was there and he witnessed like people trampling over each other. Like girls were like Kristen was telling me, girls were hitchhiking from random people
Yeah.
to get away from the convention center and like got lost.
And I love how close-knit TGLC is. I mean, he even said
Like
they all meet up.
family.
They met up at McDonald's because they were all, half of some of them were downstairs. Like,
Yeah, some of them were in the Omni, like in the arena, watching it happen, and that is insane. Sorry for that. The phone died.
everything's dying. It's
It's been kind of a mess. That was really hectic, but that's okay. It's our first time.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Also, big shout out to our sponsor, Colin Lano Insurance. If you are in Montana, Oregon,
Washington, Utah, or Idaho. Hit him up
Go give
for
him a call.
insurance.
I'll put his in my bio, on our Instagram bio. So make sure you go get some insurance.
Go get it,
Go
guys.
get some insurance. You gotta stay safe out there.
All right. Thank you guys for watching The Night Watch. I'm Rylie, and this is
Ella.
Okay. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.